Hey, how's it going? Today is day 85 of my 100-day inspiration challenge. And today I want to talk about relationships, particularly pertaining to business. So I am going to start with a personal story, and then I'm going to talk about two key concepts, and then I am going to give two pieces of advice of how you can grow better relationships in business. So honestly, this is something that I have struggled with in my life. My parents, they got divorced when I was 16. So my dad left the family when I was 15, and my parents got divorced when I was 15. And at that time, I was the only one that was in the house. I have three older brothers, but all of my brothers were at college. And it was really hard. It was very, very, very challenging because none of us saw it coming. And my dad one day just said that he was leaving. And very shortly after, he was in a new relationship. And that was even harder. And he was so invested in that relationship that he was less invested in me or keeping things normal or stable or his old family at all. And, it was really challenging. It was really painful. And I went through a lot of pain during that time. My mom went through a lot of pain during that time. She was a mess. And so she was so emotional. And my dad was gone, and my dad had been the enforcer of the rules, and he was suddenly gone. My mom was a wreck, and suddenly I was just left alone. I had no structure, I had no guidance, I had no discipline, and it put me in a really bad place, a place where I was acting out because I was looking for all of those things. And I realized years later that I suffered from abandonment from both of my parents. And that made me feel like I couldn't rely on people because the two people that I should be able to rely on, all of a sudden from this one incident, I couldn't rely on them anymore. They weren't there for me in ways that I needed. And so that kind of propelled me to think that I can't rely on other people. And so it led me to be really independent, which has some benefits. But it also has huge drawbacks because I want to do everything on my own. Well, in the past, I've wanted to do everything on my own. And I feel like I, don't want to burden people, and B, people can't do things the way that I want them to, or people don't want to help, or people will let me down. And I had those feelings and those thoughts for a long, long time. And it was such a hindrance because I would see other people establish really great relationships and connections. And I would watch their business or their what they were working on. I would see that start to grow. And I noticed the importance of relationships, but I had these limiting beliefs regarding having quality relationships with other people. So I had to overcome these beliefs. And so that's a little bit about my backstory. And now I believe that relationships are the most important thing in life. I think that your quality of life is very much dependent on your quality of the relationships in your life. First off, we are happier sharing life with other people. There are studies that people who have a life partner show more happiness and more joy overall than people who don't, because there is so much value in having real quality relationships. But like I said, I want to talk specifically about business relationships. So there is something called the law of association, and that is that you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most. And so currently, as we're in COVID, it might not be people that you physically surround yourself with, but it might be people that you listen to or people that you talk with on the computer or on Facebook, or people that you surround yourself with. So you are the average of those 5 people. So if you are not where you want to be in your life, that is a good place to start thinking about the 5 people that you are surrounded by. And are those people building you up? Are they inspiring you? Are they encouraging you? Or are they pulling you down? Because if you're not feeling inspired, then maybe you have to change that circle. And I know it can be kind of hard to do that, but it's actually very simple. You think about the person that you want to be, and then you think, okay, where does the person that I want to be, the type of person, the quality of person that I want to be, where does that person hang out, or what does that person do? There are so many different ways to connect right now virtually. You can get in different Facebook groups. You can reach out to people on LinkedIn, and you can build better quality associations and better quality relationships so that the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with is a greater version than your current version of yourself. So that is the first place to start and the first thing to look at in regard to relationships. The second thing is the concept of your network is equal to your net worth. So that idea is the bigger network that you have, the more people that you know, the more people that you connect with, the more people that you do life with, the more net worth you will have, the more worth you will have, the more value you will be able to provide. So obviously, the more people that you're talking to and engaged with, the more you're going to be learning different things, the more opportunities are going to come into your lap. And just by associating with so many different types of people will be thinking about you for different projects. So the more people that you know and the more people that you do life with, the better off you are going to be. So it is very important to be intentional about creating a network that is huge, because the bigger your network is, the bigger your net worth will be. So if you are somebody that wants to be successful in whatever it is you do, it is so important to reach out to different people, connect with different people, and build those relationships. And so the 2 ways that I think are really helpful, really tangible to build better relationships is, it starts with just reaching out to people and having a genuine curiosity. I think in life, having a genuine curiosity is such an important thing no matter what you do. Even just being curious about a new hobby or anything, that will guide you. That is almost like your intuition that will guide you to the next step. But 2 simple things that you can do, 2 simple questions that you can ask to build better relationships are, when you're talking with somebody, asking, how can I help you? Being a servant to them and serving them and helping them and putting all of the emphasis on giving rather than taking, because the more value that you give, the more valuable you will be. So asking people, literally asking everybody that you meet, hey, how can I help you? Hey, is there anything that you're working on that I could help you with? I would love to help out. And really be honest and be intentional about those things and truly come from a place of wanting to serve. Yes, it is a slow game. You're going to help people and you might not receive what you want immediately, but you'll be so much more helpful. You will build those relationships up, and the long-term results and benefits from serving people is going to be huge. The more that you serve people, the more other people will want to help you in return. So that's the first thing. Ask people, how can I help you? How can I be of service? What can I do for you? The second thing is asking people, hey, who do you know that you think that I should know? I'm working on this project. Is there anyone that you know that you think would be someone that I should talk to? Or is there anyone you know that you think that I could learn from or that I could grow from? Asking that simple question, it's so easy, and people want to help. People will give you names of people that can help you. And it's just as simple as asking the question. If you don't ask, you'll never know. So you might as well just ask the question, and people will guide you to people along your path that will help you get to a better place. And then you get to meet more people. You get to establish more relationships. So it's just a win-win-win. #TheOffice. But anyway, so those 2 questions, how can I help, how can I serve, and who do you know that I should know, are the best places to start when you're talking to anyone to really build up your relationships, because relationships are truly so important in life, in all aspects in life, and they are especially important to your well-being, your happiness, but also to your business and to the quality of success, whatever that means to you, not just financial success, but the more people that you do life with, when you have a passion, you can share that passion with more people. If you have something to give, something to sell, you can give that to more people. So relationships are so hugely important. Don't take those things for granted. Remember the law of associations. Your network is your net worth, and those 2 simple questions that you can ask to better your relationships. Keep showing up for yourself regardless of where you are. If you do, there's nowhere that you can go but up. If you would like more free resources, head over to showuptogoup.com.